ourselves to be deceived, don't you?
Judge for yourself. What rights issues do we define and defend?
Are you setting me up? The answer's obvious. Hatred, bigotry, deceit, racism, hypocrisy, etc., etc., etc. Stan, you and I have tracked and fought against these issues every day for the last 15 years.
Right. But they're still our issues, our points of focus, our Maginot lines. Then some crazy self-appointed watchdog comes along shouting, "Abortion is murder!" And we resist. We resist by discrediting them, ignoring them, whatever it takes.
So you want us to add abortion to our line of thinking? To our points of focus? You're telling me that a lot of our colleagues, the majority of the nation, and women are wrong?
Can't you see what's happened? While we've been defending our points of focus, the enemy hasn't been idle. Deception quietly skirted our boundary and entered at the very spot we didn't think was important. The rights of these tiny silent ones. He gets what he's really after. The hearts of women. The soul of the nation.
So, did she quit or was she fired?
All right. You've seen 4 cards. It's this 5th card. This portion of our interview I can never erase.
Is it long?
Nah. Here it is. Miss Summers, why did you leave the clinic?
I remember the day very clearly, Mr. Rosen. Our clinic has stayed closed the previous Saturday because of one of those protests. We naturally have a lot of clients that still need to be seen, so we rescheduled them for Tuesday, along with our usual round of second trimesters, women 3 to 5 months pregnant. Since there were so many clients this day, we brought in an extra doctor to handle the caseload. Dr. Morley was slated to work in the vacant room next to the reception area. This was not typical.
Oh, why?
Well, usually, all the procedures are done at the other end of the hall, where most of the equipment was stored. But this Tuesday was different. I knew I was going to have a rough day of counseling. Besides the extra caseload, these women, the ones more advanced in their pregnancies, tend to get pretty nervous. I usually counsel between 4 and 5 women at a time.
Oh, why so many?
It's for group support reasons. They're all in there for the same thing.
Do many women change their minds?
Very few, Mr. Rosen, very few. My job depends upon them not doing that. Sure, there's other options, like those pregnancy centers that bring them to term, but I'm not getting paid to tell them about those places.
Well, I mean, what was so different about this day?
Joy. That's her name. This girl, she keeps asking me all of these questions. She was well along, and only 14. We save these sites for last in case there's complications.
Yeah, but don't they know what they're doing?
The younger ones don't, but they ask questions. The older ones don't ask. They know already. I thought Joy was doing so-so when I called her for the procedure that would be done next door. So I went back to my paperwork. That's when it happened.
Get back on the table!
Murder! Murder! That's my child! Don't either of you get near me! Don't touch that. You keep your filthy hands off my baby's arm. Blob, you call it? I'll show you a blob. Does that tiny arm look like a blob to you? Doesn't to me. Looks like the real thing. Look at that arm on bicycle. Look at it! Do you enjoy telling all those sweet lies? How many others have you lied to? You're no counselor. You're nothing but a cheap sales lady. You don't care about me. Oh, God, why did I listen?
Joy, listen to me!
Shut up, you evil lady. It's your choice, Joy. You have the right. Oh, God. God, I should have listened to that woman who was telling me not to come in here. You listen here, lady. I went to my pastor because of this mess. Parents pushed me. People were noticing. He says to me, this holy man says to me, your whole life is ahead of you, Joy. Think of yourself. Think of your parents. They're only concerned about your future. How are you going to support this? Be sensible. God won't hold it against you. He wants you to succeed. Oh, God, forgive me, my baby.
This isn't good for you. Give me those things and we'll get you cleaned up and then we can get you home.
Get away from me, you hard murder. This isn't good for you. Give me those things and we'll get you cleaned up. Is that all you can say for yourself? How nice and thoughtful of you, John. Well, you probably think I'm crazy. I'll tell you something. I watched the faces you did. You were as cool as ice. Is that what your heart's like? Ice cold? I wanted to see for myself. That's why I sat up. Surprised you didn't. Look at his face, Dad. Now look in your heart. Does he deserve this? Did he do anything wrong? I'll hear him cry out, why did you do this to me? I'll hear those words fall off his solid face forever. The beautiful face you brought, the face of my son. I'll never hear him laugh. I'll never hold him again. Is there a twinge in your heart? A flicker? Mine, broken. Because he will always be my baby. He will always be my baby. He will always be my baby.
Summers never said why she left the clinic. She didn't have to. The hearts of women. Soul of the nation.
To live or not to live, what is life really? Modern day death camps got my spine chilly. New day ghetto Gestapo, it's not so obvious. Congress wanna volley this back and forth till it's a dead issue. Imagine being helpless, having death kiss you. It's time to rise, y'all. We fall if we let it happen. You try to hide genocide, I reveal it rapping, MCing, DJing. Who wanna go against the champ? Time for the weigh-in. This ain't no rap beat. I'm battling a topic of bullshit. My nines are nine. I'm about to cock it and butts on them. Put a rush on them. I'm about to pull up my and go nuts on them. Draw heat, I throw shade. See the post say, Mr. Cap City shut down. Roe v. Wade. Nazis took out the Jews by the millions. History repeats itself. It's now children. Pictures side by side.